What's up, everyone? My father here with another Reddit Backyard Baseball League game. Game number 3 this time out. I'm playing this one a little early, and my real-life Orioles just barely avoided having a perfect game thrown against them by the Rays, so that was kind of a bad omen, but hey, at least they ended up breaking up that perfect game towards the end of the game, so could have been worse. We are going into, like I said, game number 3. Here is our batting order so far. Just disconcerting lack of home runs, decent number of hits, but just not converting all of our chances. And a random perfect batting average from Uma so far, plus he had 2 walks. Uma's doing something right, I guess, but just don't have anybody down here in the batting order to drive her in. I've been contemplating whether it's worth shifting some stuff around, but I think for now I want to keep things like this. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if anyone has any thoughts on my batting order once I've posted this video. I won't be playing again for quite a while after this, so I would love to hear if anyone has any thoughts on things to change there. I think last game, just a little bit of a timing issue, and gonna definitely work on that. Take things slow. You might even see me pause the game for a little bit, so I'm gonna try to do that to think through what I want, where I'm trying to hit the ball each at bat. Obviously, it doesn't always work out, but so I'm going to have some pauses like that. Hopefully it's not too annoying, doesn't make the video last too long. But yeah, I'll still be talking through my thought process and why I am set up in certain stances, swinging at certain times, that kind of stuff. So trying a little bit of a change from what I've done in the past. Hopefully find some more success in that way, but actually hitting the ball is still just kind of a matter of clicking at the right time and being in the right stance. So a little bit luck, but for the people that are really good at the game are able to do these kind of things consistently, and I'm still fumbling my way through. Have some big performances, but some not so much. We are at home against Devin Wolf's Hornets in this one. And the other thing I've been thinking about is if I want to change anything defensively. I think at home especially the answer is probably just no. Jane's a little frustrating out in center field with her inability to throw the ball back in. So I could see making this swap. Yeah, I don't hate that. So Cindy's a bit better of a fielder out in center field for me, on the user side at least. I just liked Jessica for her coordination and stuff for the AI, but maybe that just doesn't really matter that much. These Hornets have good arm, good fielder, Julie Dunkel at third base, another great fielder, Ezra Travolta at shortstop, Randolph Lukert at second base. I believe that is Rafael Garbanzo's son back at Baseball 03, so solid bat, but doesn't contribute much else. Very, very slow. Another slow player at first base. Hopefully he can take some advantage of this duo at second base, first base. Vincent Sweet, good catcher behind the plate. Randy Johnson, obviously an amazing pitcher on the mound. Our main hope there is going to be to try to knock him out of the game as quickly as possible. Fred Benson covers a lot of ground, catches a lot out in left field. Pretty much the same for Tanya in center field. And another player to try to take advantage of, Rafael Hendricks in right field. Does not cover a lot of ground. Does not have a good arm, so definitely scary at the plate. Several scary batters at the plate, especially this Fred, Rafael, Libby, 3, 4, 5 part of the order. Tanya as well. I think. She can never remember if she's the very, yeah, I think with 10 batting, she must be the Robert Young kind of clone, like a pretty good, slightly higher contact and power, but good at both. And Julie, of course. So yeah, lots of what I would consider to be a good number of scary batters, but some don't have speed, and some just a little bit out of place here. But we will be trying to knock Randy off the mound, like I said, and hopefully win this battle for Milwaukee here. I forgot about that part. So Devin and I will be fighting for the Milwaukee's best trophy. Nancy, of course, starting on the mound, and Julie Dunkel, the leadoff batter for these Hornets, peppering her with right hooks for the most part, and yeah, just basically entirely right hooks, and get her to strike out. And there's no stamina lost or anything so far, so good time to be racking up strikeouts, trying to get, yeah, some more juice. Awesome. Will definitely help us out later on. Hard hit ball from Tanya, but it's a line drive that Kathy fields perfectly over at third base. So just one pitch to Tanya gets our second out of the inning, and has 2 outs and nobody on for Fred Benson, who hits it high and deep, and it is not gone, but it is not caught either. Cindy plays it off the fence, it looked like, or maybe she was just a little bit misaligned, but does get the ball in, and that made me feel a lot better about having Cindy in center instead of Jane. Maybe I should have done that for the AI too, but uh-oh. Raphael hits it off the wall. And I did not switch in time to who I wanted to throw the ball to. And Raphael does end up with a double after a lot of mistakes on throwing the ball around. I'm lucky that ball stayed in the park, so can't complain too much, but I'd have liked to at least gotten out of the inning after, I had a decent chance to get the play there. Libby Futterman, the Mike Piazza clone, at the plate now. He hits a ground ball that Nancy falls on top of and makes the throw over to Mark. So we do get out of there without further damage, but we did allow a run to start things off here. So going to be going with a closed stance and line drive swing here with Kathy. I could see, if we end up having to switch and end up hitting it out to Fred and left instead, that should also be a hit as long as it's actually a line drive, but I'm going to prefer staying closed and taking a pitch if it's a ball, which that one was. And the other reasoning for trying to stay closed is, of course, those weak defenders on that right side of the infield for the Hornets. And I think Kathy will be able to beat the ball out if it goes to either of them as well. Of course, with 2 strikes on her now, she will just be trying to make contact however she can. Does make contact, but fouls it off. Tough pitch. Wasn't entirely sure it was in the strike zone, but it looked like probably was, so went ahead and swung at it. And that one, yeah, was high. Randy gets Kathy out, start things off. Does bring up Jane Davis, who is going to be on power swing, I think. Not a whole lot of reason not to be, I just haven't been super happy with line drives. That one did end up being more like a line drive. and is somewhat fielded by Raphael, but not before Jane can make her way over to third base, or second base, sorry, with the double. Barbara Jones up here, and we've got runner on second, one out. You know, a couple options here. Sometimes if you do just hit the ball towards like second base or third base, shortstop with a runner on second, they just won't try to make a throw over to first. So I could try to play for that, but it does feel kind of cheesy, so I'll try for just a line drive in pretty much any direction. Nope, she just hits a ground ball that way anyways, and it is not fielded well by the Hornets. Ezra was not going anywhere near the ball. Julie kind of tried to come over from third, but couldn't get to it, so not exactly what we were looking for, but it is a single to get runners on first and second for Mark McGuire. He gets a nice hook to hit, but fouls it back. And pretty obviously, swinging power with Mark McGuire in this situation. Ideally, a pitch close to the middle of the strike zone, and then open stance, and we get that, but he just pops it up for an infield fly close to Randy. Man, just a little bit off on those with Mark, I guess. We'll get it next time as Jessica Wassersauce comes up to bat. Gonna be power swing with her as well. And she does not get all of that one, but does reach base safely. But we now are stuck with bases loaded and Wing Kwan at the plate. Kind of an unfortunate situation for him, as he's actually not a terrible hitter, but this is not his ideal situation with 3 runners already on the bases. Can't really count on him to hit a grand slam. Ideally, we're actually going to be hitting a line drive. No, not quite a line drive there. Is Randy going to go catch it? Looks like. Right idea from Wing. I was trying to kind of pull that ball back towards the right side, even from a closed stance, hope to kind of catch him out of position. So got about what I wanted, other than he just popped it up instead of keeping it on the ground. Unfortunate. Guess I could have been on grounder swing. I might just need to be more accepting of a grounder swing with Wing in general. He has been struggling to get on base recently. We did pick up a 3-pitch strikeout of Ezra here on defense in the top of the second. Not really what we wanted, but she does have some pop. Actually, so does Randolph before I just start lobbing slow balls down the middle at least. I think we are going to go with slow balls. We don't really want another strikeout, but we also don't really want to give him something he can hit for a home run. Home runs are worst case scenario. Little ground ball that Kathy and Barbara combined to field. And Mark gets taken out at first base, and Randolph gets an infield single, just as everyone would have predicted. Defense has not looked good for my human side, at least. But I think there's some differences in how the AI handles this stuff. As I was trying to switch to try to make the play at first, and then throw to second, but did that too late. So we do get Randolph slowly making his way over to second, but Randy reaches safely. So we now have Vincent Sweet up at the plate with Randy on first, and 2 outs in the inning. Wing is able to field that one and gets the force out at first. Could have just tagged Randy as well. So no lasting harm done there from the Hornets in the top of the first. And we'll have our so far perfect batter, Uma Morris, at the plate. Going to be on power. And Preferably, again, something towards the middle of the strike zone that I can attack with an open stance. We're actually going to start in open stance for that reason. Ooh, that heat from Randy just catches the outside high and away corner of the strike zone for strike one. Nice pitch from him. That one was a bit further inside than we wanted, and also we just kind of fouled it off. So Uma down to 1-2 in the count, so we're going to switch to a line drive swing and just try to put it into play in fair territory and make something happen from there. It's not ideal, but once runners are on base, anything can happen. Uma hits it hard towards Randy, but he does field it well. And Liddy is able to get to first in time to retire the slow Uma for her first time this season. Not great contact from Uma there. And Nancy Chin at the plate. It's a towering pop-up to the catcher. Randy comes all the way over there and fields it himself. Nicely done by him. Cindy is going to continue to attempt my strategy of an open stance, try to hit the ball towards the first base person and force them to come off the bag and let Cindy beat them in a foot race to the bag. Instead, she hits that one too softly right to Vincent, and we go down 1-2-3. That's why sometimes I've been trying line drive with Cindy, so I'll probably try that again next time up. Switching to grounder with wing, line drive with Cindy, Julie Dunkel back up here for the Hornets in the top of the third. Just like them, I will be starting from the top of my batting order in my half of the inning. Julie hits it hard right up the middle. Nobody really goes to field it. Cindy does well just to keep it in front of her out in center field and hold Julie to a single. No, they could have had two runners on base there on a pretty solid hit from Tanya that nobody fielded once again, but Julie decided to go to third after I kind of messed up on where I was trying to throw the ball. We caught it. I was not expecting that. I tried to throw to second to start the double play, but instead we gave Tanya enough time to get back to first. Man, this has been an action-packed defensive side of things. Tanya still on first base, 2 outs in the inning. Rafael Hendricks at the plate. Pitching very carefully to him. He has a lot of power. Hits the ball on a line, but it is caught by Wing Quan at second base. Impressive defense there. Once again, with Kathy, we're going to start clothesline drive and take that pitch well above the strike zone for ball number 1. Trying to put it in play, trying to make that right side of the defense work. Close one, but I was pretty sure it was just a bit outside. So despite it being almost the location I wanted, I took it with Kathy, so 2-0. That one also below the strike zone. I'm very happy to take a walk with Kathy here, and with Jane Davis up behind her. So we're just not even going to threaten to swing at this 3-0 pitch. Randy does deliver a slow ball right down the middle, but still have a couple strikes to go in this at-bat. And that one looks well below the strike zone for ball number 4. Kathy earns herself a free pass to first base. Pretty happy about that. And brings up Jane Davis with runner on and no outs in the inning. I'd like to be able to clear the bases, but See what kind of pitches Randy gives me. First pitch, low and away, but in the strike zone. Not quite what I'm looking for there. Okay, just barely, but I was tempted. Might have even been able to get that. That one went further outside than I was anticipating. Jane gets all that one. It's gone. Home run. All right. Nice job, bud, Jane. Hit one for me last game just to keep us alive and from losing to the AI. And then hits one here to give us the lead over the AI. Kind of a fat pitch from Randy there, and just squared up on it and drove it out into right field. Not necessarily what I'm trying to do with anyone at this park, but we'll take it. Brings up Barbara Jones, who is going to be trying for a line drive. Dang it. Thought that was a good pitch to hit, good stance and everything, but she just grounded it right at Randy. And brings Mark up with nobody on, and one out in the inning. Pitch does catch the very inside part of the strike zone, but wasn't anything I was really excited to swing at. And that was going to catch strike zone too. Same spot, man. Randy has picked his spot against Mark and against me. That's not really where I want the ball, but oh, that was exactly where I wanted the ball, but he threw a fastball and I was not ready for it. Man, that sucks. Oh well. Still fighting another day. That catches it. Tough pitch. Really nicely done by Randy there. With nobody on and with 2 outs, I think I'm okay just swinging line drive with Jessica here. That one did not come quite as far into the strike zone as I was hoping. Really like those just catch the corner, outside corner pitches, but ooh, about like that. Jessica hits it just foul. That would have been perfect too. Would have taken Raphael forever to get out there in right field. No, that's what we're trying to do here, but ooh, that one just misses low. Almost had a repeat of Mark's strikeout, basically. It's low instead of high. But 1-2 to count on Jessica, and Randy is going to miss outside once again. Sorry, quick water break. Yeah, I mean, we're sticking on line drive here with Jessica, and wherever we get the pitch that we can hit. Pretty good pitch to hit there. Would have preferred to get over to open, but did not quite have the reflexes for it. Another foul ball from close stance, or from squared stance, line drive swing. Making Randy work a little bit out there at least. Jessica with solid contact, and it gets past Jay Dunks at third for her second single of the game. Not a great situation here, once again, with Wing Quan at the plate. But if we can sneak him on base, either with a walk or a well-placed ground ball, something could happen here. Randy does catch the outside part of the strike zone there for make the count 1-1. Until we get to 2 strikes, we're sticking in an open stance to try to pull this thing. Missed on that outside pitch that's hard to reach from an open stance swing. And does it there. And he gets everyone there safely. Nice job by Wing Quan. We love to see that. Their defense was a bit confused on how to field that one, it looked like. Yeah, got a little bit past Randy. He went over to cover first instead. Libby tried to field it, but took her a long time. And I was pausing to think here as well. I think our best bet is, power swing. It's Uma Morris. But we're going to try to sit in open stance and get a pitch close to the middle of the strike zone. Well, about like that. It didn't quite go as I was planning, but still works out. Not quite as well as I was hoping there either. If I had been sprinting with Wing, I maybe could have pulled it off, but Raphael made a solid throw in from the outfield. With a runner on third, I'm going to attempt this steal with Uma, especially on a ball anyways. Okay, they're going to make a throw to second. Maybe could have got Wing home, but it was risky. So, Nancy up, 1 ball so far. Her count. Ooh, nasty hook that catches the lower part of the plate there. A 1-1 count. Staying on power swing until 2 strikes with Nancy here. She works the count to a 2-1. That ball is probably outside, but a walk here is not ideal anyways, so I'm trying to get lucky, make something happen, but she fouls it off. Fouls off pitch, kind of high in the strike zone, but I think was going to be a strike. Would have rather been not in squared stance for it, but gets me with an elevator that ends up going above the strike zone, but couldn't really tell that as it was coming in. That's alright, we put up 3 in our bottom half of the third there. So, feeling okay about that, and hoping to shut down the Hornets once again here in the top of the 4th. Hard hit ball by Libby. It is not caught by Barbara at short, but she easily makes the throw over to McGuire covering at first for out number 1. Indiana. Ezra takes the first pitch, right hook for strike number 1 towards the inside part of the plate. Mix it up and go outside for the second one. She does make contact, but it is pretty weak and goes right to Kathy. Kathy guns it to first for out number 2. Bring up Mr. Randolph here. That's decent contact. Why didn't Cindy come field that? I don't know, but Wing and Barbara both went out to field it, and it bounced off Wing. Barbara made the catch for out number 3. Cindy Cheng, still think the best bet for her here is going to be taking that pitch that I hoped was going to miss a little low, but did not. Attempting to do a line drive open stance. Make enough contact that the catcher just doesn't immediately field it. But try to get this side of the defense, this slow side of the defense, to do something stupid and let her reach base. Misses on that outside pitch, not too surprising from open stance. And now just kind of got to take whatever Randy gives us here. Oh, that catches the corner? Oh, I thought that was definitely a ball. Dang it. Okay. Well, thought I could work that count a little more, but Randy with a perfect pitch. Kathy hits it way too close to Libby there. It wasn't a great pitch for her to swing at. Alright, let's take a breath, reset here for a sec. Still going power with Jane. That's kind of her thing. Hitting home runs is fun. But looking for a good pitch to hit somewhere from Randy here. That is not it, as he kind of throws at Jane. Frustrating one with Kathy there. Frustrating game for her in general. That one's probably going to come. Yep. Does catch strike zone, not really what we're looking for though. Hoping for something closer to the middle of the plate. That does count, but wasn't sure if it was a strike to begin with, and we do just kind of foul it off. And we're sticking power swing here. Randy! Gosh dang it, dude. Stop that. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I don't think I would have made contact even if I had swung, but obviously very frustrating. Randy is pitching very well for these Hornets, and better contact than most of the team has, but combination of Wayne and Barbara doing enough middle infield. Yeah, I just don't quite have it. Scoring runs, don't know. Again, it's the lineup. Like the order of the lineup, the players. I think the players are good, but who knows? Might just be a timing thing. Might just be a can't read the strike zone thing. And obviously, Randy Johnson. It's a good pitcher. People tend to struggle to score a lot against him, but we did not successfully enact our knock him out of the game early game plan, as we have yet to score 5 runs. We'll be hoping to do that in our bottom of the 5th, but honestly not looking super promising. We do retire Julie on strikes. That was her second strikeout of the game. Okay, 1, 2, 3 there even. I'm looking for a good line drive from Barbara here to set up Mark after her. Down from Randy, does miss outside. Preferring closed stance here in general. I think that was going to be a strike no matter what. No actual benefit from getting a power-up swing, but was where I wanted the pitch to be, so I decided to swing it. Well, Barbara hits that ball hard, but it's going right towards center field. That was not exactly what we were looking for with her line drive swing there. So nobody on. Mark McGuire at the plate. 1 out so far in this one. Mark gets a pitch that was pretty much what I wanted. Guess too low in the strike zone? Man, yeah, I don't know. Just spit off there. That's alright. Still have 1 out remaining, and Jessica at the plate. She does nothing either. And gets tossed out by an inch at first because I wasn't sprinting the whole time. Yeah, I was just too frustrated from the ground ball. Man, another bad game. I don't know. I do not know what the answer is. I'm glad I'm not playing as the Bombers team, because I would be losing mightily. I don't know if it's just not being used to 0-1, something weird with it. I played a whole practice season basically, and wasn't against as good of teams, but it's doing better than this. I don't know. Making better contact. I mean, Randy stuff. Yikes. Only 3 runs on the board. hoping to keep it to only 1 run allowed. But not happy with this performance. It was, you know, possible to win with this score, but I mean, I'm very proud of myself regardless. Yeah, 3-1. Did not do the city of Milwaukee proud in that one. And once again, nothing from Mark McGuire. Very frustrating. Lots of struggles all around, of course, in this one. Plenty of players. And they got to bat twice. That is crazy. Only 7 hits. Terrible. Not good at all, but that's how it goes for sometimes in backyard baseball. You just gotta brush yourself off and try again the next week. So I'm gonna be on a break for a little bit here. Played this game a little early, but I'll have a game 4 at some point, and the rest of the schedule could be an ugly season if early signs hold true. But somebody's gotta struggle, so it's all right. Thanks for hanging out with me if you were here for this, and try to do better in game number 4.